And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and movie review for the brand new Godzilla X Kong The New Empire, starring Rebecca Hall, Dan Stevens, and Brian Tree Henry. I probably butchered his middle name, I apologize. Now, Godzilla vs. Kong was pretty much the biggest movie to come out since the original, ancient one, back when people wore costumes as Godzilla and Kong, and we were all pumped. You were either Team Godzilla or you were Team Kong, and you had to pick a side, and it was awesome. I was, of course, I was Team Godzilla. I'm a huge Godzilla fan, love Godzilla. I even like that name, the Matthew Broderick one. Okay, so what? Sue me. Anyway, so I was very excited to see this one. So what exactly is this movie about? Well, you got Godzilla and Kong, they already fought. They done their thing. They basically, stay in their own territory. Godzilla is in the water, on the earth, doing his thing, chilling, taking out the kaiju, doing what he can to protect his side of the world. While King Kong, he's, on Hollow Earth, doing his thing, making sure everybody's safe. Until one day, King Kong kind of gets himself, I wouldn't say lost, but he kind of explores another side of the Hollow Earth. That's where he lives. And he sees a new place. He sees things he's never seen before. He sees another Kong type of creature, or another ape, if you will. He starts to wonder, what the heck is going on? Maybe I should get involved and start talking to these other apes and see what's going on. Until he ends up meeting the big villain of the movie, Scar King. Now, Scar King's this big, giant orangutan. Now, when you watch the movie throughout the eyes of Kong, they're pretty much the same size. But when they hit towards Earth, above, they're basically taller than buildings. So that was pretty interesting. So while that's happening, Godzilla senses this problem coming up, and he senses something evil, something ancient that could be coming, that could destroy not only Kong's world, but also his world as well. So Godzilla decides he needs a supercharge and become, for us anime fans who are Dragon Ball Z fans, he had to go Super Saiyan Rose and basically help take out this new threat. Okay. So, that's basically the gist of it. You have Godzilla fighting another version of Godzilla that throws ice. It's in the trailers. You have King Kong fighting another Kong type of creature, or an orangutan, who's got a whip kind of weapon on his side versus the axe, or his Stormbreaker, and Kong gets a new Infinity Gauntlet, which is his glove. Okay, so I went in there very pumped, very excited. I really enjoyed all the movies that lead up to this. I loved Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I love Skull Island. I love Godzilla vs. Kong. I think they're all great. Godzilla, the original Godzilla 2014 with Elizabeth Olsen, that was alright, but we kind of needed more more Godzilla in that one, but whatever. Moving to this one, this movie's great. I mean, come on, what can we be asking for? We're not here for Shakespeare, people. We don't, as much as we are glad that Godzilla -1 got an Oscar, yes, that movie was made for Oscars. This movie, not so much. You got characters like Rebecca Hall and Brian Henry doing their thing, trying to figure out, what's bothering Kong, what's going on with this new, that could be a new threat. Dan Stevens is called the Trapper, apparently. He's like a zookeeper for all the kaiju monsters. So he comes in to help out. He was great. I thought him and Brian pretty much stole the show. Rebecca Hall's fine too, but we really don't care about the human story. We want to see the big monsters duke it out, fight in the ring. That's what we want to see. Kind of like Jake Paul's boxing shows that he does. Anyway, that stuff worked. In my opinion, I thought that was the coolest stuff I've seen since Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I mean, seeing Godzilla and Kong teaming up to take out these other two threats, it was like watching a WrestleMania preview before WrestleMania. It was just awesome. Seeing these giant creatures just duke it out on our turf, and and just wrecking shop. It kind of reminded me of that the Rampage video game where you can just destroy everything. All that stuff was great. And then we even get to see mini Kongs in the trailer. We get to see something that we never saw before from these movies, where we got to see Kong be kind of like a mentor figure and see emotions from him, from his face expressions throughout the movie. I thought that was pretty cool because, you know, Kong's getting older and you can tell that from the movie. And all that stuff worked. Godzilla, to me, is just... he gets better every time. Yeah, sure, he's going to lose fights here and there. Sure, fine, whatever. Your team, you know, Kong, that's cool. Do you want to see how this fight comes out between the two of them? Because they do fight in this movie briefly. It's in the trailer, folks. If you want to say that this is more Kong's movie, it is. It is more Kong's movie. This is more of a Kong film with Godzilla in it. But Godzilla's still Godzilla. I mean, come on. I mean, he sees a threat that looks like kind of like could be on his level. He's going to step up. Kong, same thing. Kong's got 2 weapons now. He's got his glove and he's got his axe. What more does he need? You know, he's way evolved from him falling down buildings and following a blonde, beautiful haired girl and falling for her on the Empire State Building. He's come so long away and it's just awesome. Finally a King Kong that's actually badass and awesome. I mean, not that I don't like appreciate the old school King Kong movies, but King Kong should be fighting kaiju's monsters, you know? So, and if he's going to team up with Godzilla, the more the merrier. Look, like I said, this movie's not going to be Godzilla -1. If you want to see that, it's not for you. If you just want to see a movie that just has giant monsters duking it out in the ring, this is your speed. And if you like the other movies, you're going to love this one too. Because if you don't care about the human story to it, because, you know, the human story's there, it's fine. It's got a cool story, I guess. It's just like, do we really care? No. We're here for Godzilla and King Kong. And that's exactly what we got. And it works. And I enjoyed it. So, if you want to go check that out for those reasons that I just said, the fighting, Godzilla, Kong, monsters, you're good. If you're just going there just to see if, you know, this could be the next Godzilla -1, you're going to be disappointed because this is not that. I mean, the dialogue is just like, okay, fine, whatever. But there's nothing there for human stuff, you know? We don't need the humans in these movies anymore. I think they should start focusing on, you know, just on Godzilla and Kong and the other monsters and focusing on that and make movies about that. And let, you know, the people who created Godzilla -1 worry about the human elements and how they have to deal with these big monsters, you know, wrecking their towns and how emotions, how they make them feel, you know, and those type of movies. But for this, we don't need the humans anymore. I mean, they were fine, but like I said, we don't need them anymore. So, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this film, because honestly, like I said, I enjoyed it. I really liked it. It was great. It had great action, great moments. Godzilla and Kong were great together as a team. And I want to see the two of them team up again, maybe even fight each other again. And after this weekend's box office, we could be getting another one. Who knows? We have to wait and see how it turns out. I thought the human stuff was just okay. Dan Stevens was my favorite part of the movie, though. Him and Brian were like the best parts, but they were all fine. And yeah, it was a great movie. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the film. Are you guys excited for this? Not excited? You're done with this franchise? You just want to watch Godzilla -1 movies? More human dramatic stuff? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good night.